So we knew that when Warner Bros. Got bought by Discovery and CEO David Zaslav said one of his number one priorities is DC and trying to make DC at the same level at Marvel or the same level of quality as Marvel. When people know DC, it's quality. There's a level of quality, and you want to go back because of how it's DC. Same thing with Marvel. You want to see a Marvel movie because you know it's going to be good because of the brand, right? So one of the things that he said was, first, we're going to cancel this Batgirl movie because it's going to hurt us on the long run. It's going to be our Morbius, and we don't want that. And we're going to make DC Studios. Something that the fans been saying, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done this? This doesn't make, Marvel just shows you, hey, you can make your own separate division. You can do Marvel Studios. Why can't we have a DC studio? So they've done that. And he said, hey, we're going to do it, and we're going to find our own Kevin Feige. And they decided to go for a co-lead. They decided to go for James Gunn, who's the director of Guardians Galaxy 1, 2, the holiday special, and upcoming third film. He also did the last Suicide Squad film, and also Peacemaker. He written, it was a showrunner, and directed a number of the episodes as well. And they're going to run DC Studios, and they're going to plan the next 10 years. And next week, apparently, that's when they're going to plan, reveal the plans to David Zaslav and say, this is what we're going to be doing. This is what's going to be. This is what's going to be our film. But this is going to be this, and this. This is what we're going. This is our plan at the long front. And one of the things that didn't work in the plans was Wonder Woman 3. Which makes sense because it just doesn't fit. And when I mean Wonder Woman 3, I mean Wonder Woman 3 directed by Patty Jenkins. As this Hollywood Reporter article says, Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman 3 not moving forward as DC hits a whole different direction. And for me, I mean, in this article, it just says, as I repeat. Now, the only thing I will add here is, here we go. And it's dead. It's completely dead. Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman 3, it's not moving forward. It's dead in the water. Sources say that Jenkins recently submitted her treatment, co-written with Jeff Johns and Gunn and Safran, as well as Warner Bros. Pictures co-chairs and co-CEOs Michael D. Luca and Pamela Abbey, broke the news to the filmmaker, telling her that the project, as it stood, did not fit into the new but still unfolding plans. Jenkins, and of course, mentions that Jenkins directed and co-wrote the last two films, which the first film is fucking brilliant. Second film, I'm a fan of 1984, but for different reasons, because I understood what Jenkins was going for with that film, and that was, hey, what if there was a Wonder Woman movie came out in the 80s, literally came out in the 80s, just after the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, after, say, Superman 2. This is more likely that movie, right? And it was a throwback film, and I think for the average goer and a lot of the fans, it was, hey, we love those films, but it's not the 70s anymore. It's not the 80s anymore. And when we walk to a comic movie in a theater now, we're having different expectations. We want, basically, you just trying to win an Oscar. That's basically what we want. We want you to do that type of stuff versus, going back. We love them, but we just don't. It's like we love rewatching them, but we don't want any new versions of those. That's essentially what it was. And they say, hey, we're not going to do it because of cost. It's going to send them millions of dollars. There's no back end points or anything on those lines. But the big question for me with it, just because 1 and 3 just didn't fit the plans, simple, is Gal Gadot still going to be Wonder Woman? Because a lot of people may say, I don't think so. But Henry Cavill is going to be Superman. He's back as Superman. So it'll be interesting if the idea is, what has worked, what hasn't worked. Um, Maybe Justice League is happening. Maybe they're going to do a Justice League movie, like just boom, here's Justice League, and then you're just like, and there's your Superman movie, there's your Batman movie, there's your Wonder Woman, there's your Flash, there's all these other films. So maybe that's the way it's going to be. Like, it feels like kind of what Marvel has been doing with like the Netflix stuff, which is find out what has worked and like what worked in the TV stuff before we start doing it in the Marvel Entertainment side of television, which was Agent Shield, Agent Carter, and the Netflix stuff, and all in Inhumans, and try to do the whole thing of what worked and what didn't work, and maybe that's the plan, have and say what you want to say about Snyder. He knew how to cast his actors. Okay, maybe not much on Ezra Miller, but nine times out of 10, he picked when he came to the Justice League. He kind of like cast them with a really well done. We all love Henry Cavill's Superman. He cast Cavill as Superman and Dot as Wonder Woman and Affleck as Batman and Jason Momoa as Aquaman. It's always casting. So he knew how to cast the Justice League. Maybe not so much on Lex Luthor, also on that, but he knows how to pick his cast, and I think they're going to. I think what it's going to be, it's going to like. But I'm wondering how soft reboot can you go? How soft reboot can you go? Really? Can you really just go? Yeah, same actors and everything, guys. Just pretend that stuff never happened. I think. I'm going. I think post Flash, because I think it also got announced that after Aquaman 2, which is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, I think it got announced like it's going to be a brand new universe, and it's I guess clean up what worked, what didn't work and all that. But I do think naturally we'll get another Wonder Woman film. It is kind of weird to have Superman gets a movie, Batman gets a movie, you don't have Wonder Woman. It's like the big three, you don't get a movie. But so we will get another Wonder Woman movie. So question about is it going to be Gal Gadot? Is it not? Who's going to be directing that film? Joss Whedon. Oh, jokes, me and my humor. But yeah, Wildwest has no comment, and it's all that. So yeah. But the thing is, I saw this also. She did post. Gal Gadot did do the whole. Can't wait giving you. Yeah, here we go. It was unclear in the future, but a bit of a head scratching timing. Gal Gadot tweeted out out of the blue of thanking the fans on Tuesday, saying that she was grateful to allowed to play the hero and Walmo, adding, "Can't wait to share her next chapter with you." Unclear whether or not the actor knew about the project was being toe tagging. I feel like I think what has happened is like the James Gunn or Peter Jackson basically called number of the actors and saying like, "Don't worry, you're still this character. Jason, you're still Aquaman. Henry, come back as Superman. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman still. Don't worry. I think that's what has happened, because you don't do the whole. Can't wait to share her next chapter with you. Yeah. So, yeah. So, you know what? I do feel like it's gonna open with Justice League. I think it is. They're going to do the opposite of what Marvel does. Because it always is. Like, if Justice League... Hey, if Justice League is great, we will say, oh my god, there's a great Justice League movie. Yeah. If it's Darkseid, if it's... But I honestly think Brainiac might be a good way. I always thought of... You make Martian Manhunter the Nick Fury. He's kind of dragging everyone around, and you have him not. It's basically you get him becoming the last Martian, and Brainiac is the reason why he's the last Martian. And it's the classic, basically the heroes fuck up. He's the last Martian, and the hero team up again. And yeah, I always felt like writing that script just as a fan thing. Because I always picture a nice way to be like, you just lost your planet and Superman comes along trying to comfort you. Because it's like the two aliens and both of them are the last of their species. And that, but and it would, if I did the third film would end with apocalypse and all that. But now I'm just rambling along. It's a 11-minute video, so yeah. Hopefully, share your thoughts about the news. Are you shocked? Not shocked? What do you think? Yeah.